please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome back to another non-tent vlogmas video. Today we're going to be responding directly to the video titled "This is all becoming too much, full stop." The video obviously by Amberlynn Reid, 2.2k downvotes to 550 upvotes. It's not well received. Top comments if you ignore mine, because yes, I'm going to keep leaving comments. You have your phone set on silent all the time and your cat is missing. What if someone finds her and you missed the call? Others reminding us that your videos might be 3 minutes because you keep saying it. I feel like you think that's some kind of slogan to take up from the likes of "so it's the next day." Amber going on the defensive against her haters and world without directly mentioning any names is cliche of Amber, believing herself above everyone that criticizes her for being a terrible person. Spoiler, you're not. In fact, if anything, based on gravity, you're racing people to the bottom. I'm not sure what's going to get there first. Your chin when your spine collapses, or your channel.
Hello. Welcome to another day of Vlogmas. So if you guys don't know, this is a mini Vlogmas. If it's only 3 minutes long, that's okay.
This would be true if it were not for the fact you need to make decent money during December because the rest of your income for the remainder of the year is absolute trash. A 3-minute video you could upload to TikTok for all the good it would do you. Cut it into 3 segments, it could be 3 YouTube shorts. It wouldn't get many more views than what you currently get for your main videos. You could cite that during this month the reason your videos are so short is because you're busy looking for your cat. Based on the first comment I read, you wouldn't know even if you were.
It is currently 6:36 a.m. I woke up about an hour ago. I like to wake up and kind of just like chill, catch up on certain YouTube stuff. I'm like so behind on most YouTubes that I watch, not gonna lie.
Got it. So you waste an hour of your morning, which is totally fine, doing nothing because you wake up early. No doubt to take medication and obsessively watch your haters. You may have fallen behind, but it's quite alright. Your haters are going absolutely nowhere. In fact, right now they're living this. I just want to put out there something, by the way, been plaguing me for a while. Does anyone else think it's possible Amber's already found her cat, but hasn't announced it yet? Yes, my thumb just clicked. But hasn't announced it yet because she can drag this out for additional attention.
The first hour of me waking up is just like that moment for me to just like have an hour to myself. I don't have to like do anything at all besides take the dogs out, the obvious. But then I come right back upstairs, open my laptop, and watch some YouTube. So like I said, I'm literally behind on everything right now. I'm switching back and forth between watching a Just Trish from September 19th, a Life Plus Cindy members vlog from September 12th, an H3 podcast from October 30th, and a Pink Vlogs from November 12th.
Show us the rest of the tabs, Amber, because I bet there are more, and I'd put money on one of them being at least Lordy It's Geordie or Zachary Michael.
Okay, to some people this might be dumb, but I got these like fortune cards, so I figured let's do one together. I've never actually used them before, so this is the first time. So in this moment, I really just want the fortune to guide me. So I'm just gonna pick a random card. This one is calling my name.
By chance is it saying, "Amber, go find your sodding cat"?
Oh, wow. So I got the romance card. I don't want to read it all to you. I don't want to bore you guys too much. But there are parts of this that really called out to me. And I also got some lucky numbers. Okay.
I'm going to be that person, because I don't believe in any of this rubbish, and tell you that if you put your faith into hokum like this, nonsensical drivel like that, when you yourself can't commit to something as simple as reducing your calories and being more active, and finding your cat, chances are this card, while you think it speaks to you, means absolutely nothing. It is tragic that people place their faith into something as dumb as a card, when they have priorities in the real world that they have still yet to properly address. Your health, of course, should be number one. To the internet, your cat is number one, your health is secondary, because they don't care enough about you.
I have so many hairs that are growing back because I lost so much hair last year. And now so I have all these like frizzies that are growing, and it's just making me look hectic.
Instead of misusing the word hectic, because you're 33, 34 years old and should know better at this point, use the correct word, tramp. I lost count of the number of times you said the word hectic during the end of year reviews, to the point I genuinely got irritated. Like the, oh, this food slaps. And so the next day, I know you're American, you like to do inflections as well. Can you find the real you for a change? If the real you is trying to be some chameleon, I might recommend you go through a firmware update because you've been malfunctioning for about 10 years.
And I also am breaking out. I have some chapped lips. Yes, I am coming for myself because you guys come for me all the time.
Key difference. The vast majority of the haters of don't actually go for you based on these little tiny bits of appearance problem. No, they go for the larger issue, the £550 plus issue, the one where you're on your way to half-ton heifer, as opposed to the quarter-ton princess. They go for the bigger issues, and now the current issue being your cat being missing, because you are prioritizing all the wrong things rather than focusing on the main thing. And you've not been able to focus on the main thing before your cat went missing. The main thing did change when the cat went missing, just to be clear. Prior to that, it's always been about your health, but you are too busy making poor decisions. Your current poor decision has you so sedentary, you are genuinely at a risk of going through a floorboard.
But there's currently 2 ornament gates going on. One is the way I say ornament. I've always said it with a D instead of an N. I understand that it's ornament. And I never understood like why I said it wrong, but then my mom came back into my life and I heard her say it and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because she also says it ornament like I do.
Wait, that was a thing? But we're going to go with some uneducated monkey see, monkey do thing? I always knew you were that type of copying others because you had no original thought. I've been saying it for years. It's why you desperately need a side piece in all your videos. Without them there to give you ideas to feed off, you have nothing to contribute to the online space. Which is embarrassing, really. You could do reaction live streams to some of the podcasts you listen to, on Twitch or Kick or Rumble, anywhere really. TikTok lives, in fact. You could do more, but you choose not to because you're so lazy. So yes, not a surprise you're a monkey see, monkey do, and you're also uneducated. You're also missing a T, by the way. It's quite an important letter.
So when you grow up with learning something, it's just how it goes. So I apologize that I do not pronounce it correctly.
Dear America, we, the United Kingdom, would like to apologize for not staying when we should have, to provide you with the best education you could possibly have. Turns out, our offence at you dumping our tea was, while a step too far, in hindsight, perhaps a bit of an overreaction. Next time we'll be certain to commit greater forces, and bring these fools to heel.
Second ornament gate is people saw that an ornament broke. I showed it to you guys and people said, wow, why can't she pick it up? She's so lazy. Her pets are going to step on it, etc., etc. That ornament was instantly picked up. What I showed you guys was actually the ornament on the table. So what you're seeing is a table. I think ornament gate 1 and 2 should be over now.
I can promise you, based on your views, I can promise you based on your comments, while people, the internet is a weapon that hyper-focuses on inconsistencies in your presentation, these are not gates worthy of any note in your history. And while there were many within your audience who were worried that your pets would stand on such a piece of trash, I think people are more interested and worried about the pet that isn't there.
So I didn't really want to talk about this because I didn't feel like I had to, but I'm telling you, reaction channels want to know every single aspect of my life, like to the last drop.
Amber, we're 2 minutes into your 6-minute video, and now you want to talk about the haters that you totally don't watch but do obsessively watch. If your job is so important to you to pay your bills and get by, surely you ignoring them and making your own content would be beneficial to your channel's survival. You think they can't feed without you around, forgetting there are many other lolcows on the platform that they can use, that they can themselves make content on. During this month, apparently, I'm one of these haters. Not really a hater. I just find you amusing because your contradictions and hypocrisies are everywhere. And the fact you're still not looking for your cat. You've put the posters out there, you've got your phone on silent, you're doing sod all. It's not looking. I'm sorry, you're useless.
It's super invasive, but okay, pop off. I don't know how we have glamorized actual harassment and actual stalking. They've literally allowed that in this community, and it's really weird to me.
In this community? But I thought you weren't a part of it. In fact, if anything, you're not. You're removed from the community because the community exists to talk about you, not to you, because you don't talk to them. You don't engage with them properly. If you went onto a live show with, say, me, it would be completely different. If you went on a live show with Zachary Michael, hell, even Geordie, Charlie Gold if she's still making content, many others in fact. If you went on a live show with them and spoke to them, I'm sure you could deal with the issues, but you are removed from it because you want to be removed from it. But at the same time you think yourself not and are. It's weird. You create the barriers that hold you back from realizing your true potential.
That kind of goes off like deeper than just like people literally obsessed with every move I make online. As you guys know, my cat Rarity is missing. So not only do we go outside and look in person and we pass out flyers and we hang flyers and we do everything we can offline, we also do everything we can online.
The problem you have, Amber, for Vlogmas where you say a video could only be 3 minutes and that's it, is that the past 2 videos you've done, you've spoken about something completely inconsequential when the audience's interest is not in that in the slightest. They really don't care much about your health at the moment. They care about your cat being found and then having a go at you for taking your cats to Wisconsin in the first place. You've been in Wisconsin for a few months now. You say you don't live there, but you've basically lived there now. You basically live there now. You should have left them with an animal carer or with your mother. And then you should have stayed in the Badger state for a week or 2 and then come back. I get you fall in love and you fall in love hard. Amber, you've uprooted and left, okay? Go home once you find your cat.
That includes posting on missing pet forums, websites, etc., etc. So a lot of people saw that there was a cat that literally is described how Rarity looks that was found deceased. And I'm telling you, I got so many caring people contacting me like, Amberlynn, look at this. But the thing is, I already saw it. I have been so, for the lack of a better term, obsessed with trying to find my baby girl. But I am on these forums and these websites constantly, so I already saw it.
There are 2 things I'd like to point out. First of all, of course, I do not wish for your cat to be deceased. I want her to be returned to you safe, sound, alive and well. Second, you saw it? Okay. It's interesting you have the time to do that, what with all those podcasts you've been bragging about watching. I looked at the timestamps on those, they're quite long. What with your hectic schedule of doing literally sod all, I'm impressed you found time to go on to various social media platforms and forums to perhaps find your cat, or to seek aid. How does this tie into your haters though, if you don't mind me asking? I've muted this part while it plays because basically Amber's now going to start setting up what it is that's the problem, while also talking about the cat that was found, that was not Rarity. Now I take no real issue with Amber genuinely caring enough to call and make sure that that isn't her cat, because she's doing at that point the right thing. Her cat should be number 1 right now, not some crappy card about romance, and certainly not her hair's growing back because Dainty Queen is getting thick again. Here's the consequence though.
So I decided to tell people on the actual post, I already talked to them, it's not Rarity. I started getting attacked. Like, it was so absurd and definitely invalidated that the Humane Society ended up calling me again the next day, which I have my phone set on silent all the time. So sadly I missed the call, but they did leave a voicemail.
Amber, in this one instance where something is supposed to matter, your phone shouldn't be set on silent. I have relatives that do this and they never answer their phone. What is the point in having a cell phone, a smartphone? What is the point of having a device where you can use social media, where you can talk to people, if you will not be able to know when they are trying to call you? In case of an emergency, you really shouldn't have it on silent. If someone needs you, desperately needs Amberlynn Reid to come to their rescue, whoever that may be, you need to have your phone not set to silent. So busy sticking things in your ears and listening for things through that, you fail to remember that a phone rings. I don't think I ever have my phone set to silent unless I'm in the cinema. I think that's about it. Because it turns out, I'm not a moron.
Which I'm not going to play her voice because I feel like that's inappropriate, but I'll put the voicemail like wording right here, where she literally states again I know this isn't your cat, Rarity, and I wouldn't want you to come down to the shelter anyways because the deceased cat, like, it wasn't a pretty sight to see. If anywhere inside of me thought, like, I should not trust this woman who does this for a job, my happy ass would be down at that Humane Society.
I know we're lazy, but did you get so lazy that you put yourself to the side of the frame, or the 9 cells that make up the frame, and not put the wording on the screen, while paraphrasing what was said to you because effort? I want to know, was the hate you received on those posts, was that from the haters because they recognise hectic Ambi? Or was it because people think you're an irresponsible moron, your reputation transcends this?
I think people are just like purposely trying to find reasons to just be mad at me constantly. And Rarity missing, people are like, yes, ding, ding, ding. We have something to complain about. But you guys, this is my real life. I am miserable. I am miserable without her. It's really good.
What's in it?
What's in it? Beans, meat, chili-esque stuff.
I know you like all the foods mixed together in one thing, and I don't like that.
What do you mean? That's what chili is, baby.
Oh, like hectic stuff like corn.
Oh wait, you've seen that?
Well,
wait, how do you know about my
ate the
corn?
KFC bowl.
Yes, you certainly sounded it in that clip that I intentionally played a fair bit of because you were laughing at some random crap concerning your terrible cooking. Notice how this ties into my earlier comments, where you're not directly going in on the people responsible, you are generalizing because you don't want to give them time, yet you still think yourself a part of a community. The very community you created. This very community that you created is born out of your incompetence, out of your attempts at success and repeated failures, because you took far too much for granted, and now you are living the dregs of your existence as a YouTuber by desperately clawing at any relevance you can have.
I feel like I'm being punished enough and I'm suffering enough. Like, truly, I just feel like there's a time and a place for unsolicited behavior in that way. And the situation with Rarity does not warrant that. We need as much positive vibes as we possibly can to find my baby.
I can promise you, I want nothing more than for your cat to be found. I then want your cat and then your other cat and your dog to be taken from you and placed with another loving home that will keep them healthy, safe and sound. The one thing by this happening and many things in the past that you've done dismissively towards your pets, like getting them fat and not bothering to keep them, let's say, their nails trim and them safe and happy, yeah, I'd rather they go somewhere else, because you just can't be trusted. That one incident, this recent one anyway, is a straw that breaks the camel's back because you're not doing it. And when you say you are, you've posted one thing here or there, that's it. You're so desperate to keep your life private, you have no way of using the internet without putting yourself out there, and you won't use it because you know it'll put you out there. Oh, would you look at that? There's the comment. And you only went to Facebook. Imagine my shock. You know damn well you can't use any other platform, and this is where your reputation undoes you. As I previously just stated, your reputation is so bad that it's very hard for anyone to send positive thoughts. It's very hard for anyone to positively engage. I'm not condoning that. I'm also not going to condemn it. I just want your cat to be found.
You guys, I wanted to give you an update on my Camaro Lego. I am not finished with it yet. That is what it is looking like. I still have bag 7 and bag 8 to go.
In every video this month, you have placed something intentionally as bait within it. This is that bait. You know as well as I do damn well that is solely done because you know it's going to get that vitriol pumping. You are intentionally, by the way, by using the force of negativity, racing your channel to the bottom by ensuring that more and more people switch off. You're not going to get saved by the Belgian again. You're really not. That is bait. I want to lay into you for that. Not because you're in your early 30s doing Lego, I take no issue with that. Because you're an early 30s woman who's lost her cat and is doing Lego instead of going out and looking for her cat. Because apparently she can't do it on her own. She has to wait until Tommy finishes work so she can take her daily walk on a lead with Tommy dictating where she does or does not walk. So she doesn't roll her cankle again. This is how the video ends, by the way. Complete non-tent drivel. You're supposedly focusing on something of importance to you, but at the same time not, because you're Amberlynn Reed. You're 4 to 5 days into December. This is embarrassing. Hi, Future Meg here. I've been trying to render over and over again a clip that includes Geordie talking about a theory that the cat has in fact been found and is not alive. I can't play the clip because my video editor, Vegas Pro, crashes every time I try. I don't know why. I'm not going to bother. I will link his channel and the video down below if you're interested in watching that. It is vitally important to accept that there are many theories going around, and Amber is failing fundamentally to address any of it.
Mary Moistmas, ew.
Maggie Moistmas.